Hey, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're feeling loved and blessed as always. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on all this content. Making sure that you're tapping in with me, bruh. I appreciate all the support and everything. So, I let's make sure that we are learning, growing, and sparking or planting a seed, sparking something inside of us, a fire that cannot go out. And if it needs to go out, let this video be a reason for it to reignite within inside of you. Now, let's go ahead and get to the next episode. Yo, what is good, everybody, man? Hopefully, y'all feeling loved and blessed. As always, bro, welcome back to another Kids Room Podcast episode. And like I said in my previous video, today we're going to be getting into Proverbs chapter 6. Now, I won't be before you long. I just want to say that in the first two verses, that's it, 1 through 2, there's going to be a lot that's in these first two verses. Now, there's a lot that goes into this uh scripture, this passage, this chapter alone within Proverbs, right? So I invite y'all just to go ahead and read the full thing as well. As I say in my other videos, don't just take the scriptures from myself. Get into it, read it into context, and take it from what you think it is and go from there. All right. But like I said, Proverbs chapter 6, verses 1 through 2, and that goes on to say, "My son, if you have put up security for your neighbor, if you have shaken hands and pledged for a stranger, you have been trapped by what you said, ensnared by the words of your mouth." Okay, so many times, often than not, we promise other people things before we promise ourselves. We look to other people for things instead of getting it for ourselves, right? So instead of co-signing for somebody, like back then, right, before we started having contracts and doing all these things, signing a piece of paper, right, shaking hands with somebody, right, saying, this is my word. I'm a man of my word. This is what I'm doing. I'm shaking hands. I'm making a promise in that way, in that sense, saying if I don't uh put forth the results of my promise of shaking hands with you, giving you my word, then I have to give you something in return, right? That could have been their house, it could have been their family, it could have been their livestock, whatever. If you really think about it, if you promise other people things and then you don't even promise yourself, if you can't even deliver results for yourself, how are you going to deliver results for somebody else? You're just going to fall through just like they're going to fall through because they've clearly have fallen through before if they need a cosign. Let's say it's for a car. They probably don't have good credit. So it doesn't mean don't do it. Like, don't be generous, but in a way, be smart about it. So if this person isn't someone that you know doesn't pay anything or do and irresponsible with their finances and stuff like that, don't co-sign, right? Don't think that they're gonna automatically, magically, overnight change and be a better person. Don't co-sign for somebody else, but instead of co-signing for yourself. So if you're gonna live this life and want to do better, right, and not be a fool, then don't promise something that you can't deliver for, right? So if you say yes to responsibilities that you can't handle, that's what that is, right? So you're committing to people who are draining you, right? You're overpromising just to please others, and you're agreeing out of pressure instead of wisdom. You're not being wise with what you have. If you're gonna waste your gift on what other people are doing to you, or you're gonna waste your gift giving it to other people that don't even appreciate it, not gonna, pay it forward or anything like that, then you're just wasting it. And if you're not gonna do it, God's gonna get somebody else to do it, right? God's not gonna wait on what we when we decide to always just want to follow him and do things like that. Eventually that door is gonna close and that window is gonna um not be reopened for you all the time, right? So we just consider God just to be, obviously he is giving, he is graceful, he is merciful, but it doesn't mean he's gonna do it for your life forever. Like, he's not always gonna continue just to give you chance after what if you just continue to squander it and knowingly awareing, like being aware and squandering it at the same time, right? So this verse is going into saying, like, you're gonna be trapped into what you say. So be wise on what you say. Words are powerful, right? So speak life. Don't speak death. Um, be disciplined. Speak discipline. Don't speak chaos. Speak to yourself. Don't speak to yourself as if you're a burden, but a blessing, right? Don't speak to yourself as if you're a failure, because without success, I mean, without failure, there is no success. And without success, there is no failure. So you have to have both. There is no just one or the other. It's both, right? So when you commit yourself to something, when you commit yourself to something else, especially, right? Make sure you deliver. Make sure you're delivering with yourself, and also you're delivering with others, right? So if you continue to deliver with yourself, then you can deliver with others. But if you cannot deliver with yourself, don't overpromise and think that you're going to deliver to others and do that same thing if you can't do the simple things, right? You can't even stay disciplined with yourself. So how do you apply that in real life, right? Don't just say yes before you think about something. Don't go into a dealership without thinking about how much you can spend, how much you can afford for a down payment, how much you can afford for a monthly payment if you want to do that, if you want to do cash, whatever the case may be. But especially don't walk in with somebody else and you don't even know what's going on or how to even buy a car or the purchase process and stuff like that. Think first, right? You can't help everyone. You can try, but you can only do so much, and don't look to yourself as trying to help everybody, because that's what God does. That's what God is here for. Like you're not God. So don't think that you can rescue other people and thinking that you can do that. So don't try, right? So you get involved, right, with in drama that you have no business in. So do not put your emotions into something if it's not gonna benefit you. It's only gonna drain you. So don't be emotional when you make promises. Don't even try to make promises until you can deliver. You better be able to deliver with yourself before you start making promises to other people. That's one thing I could definitely say. If you cannot, um, if you cannot if you cannot provide results for yourself and what you're doing, and people looking at your life and there's no results from it, right? Not saying that you are proving something to other people, but you have to prove something to yourself, that you can do something that you said that you're going to do for even yourself. And then if you can do that, then you more than likely can promise and do other things for other people and make an impact and do what you wanted to do. So think about that. Right? A lot of the stress that we carry is because we do things to ourselves and we don't have to. We don't have to put ourselves in situations that we don't need to. So think first, right? So before you speak, pause, think about it. Before you answer somebody, promise something, pause, think about it, right? So be in check with yourself, because even then yourself might not be all together. So think about that. Be mindful of it and just watch what you say. All right? So that's all I got for y'all today, man. Like I said, I wasn't gonna be before y'all long. Don't be trapped within your words though. Right? Don't be trapped within yourself. Get right with yourself, and then see how you can get results with yourself, and then you'll be able to get results and do other things with other people and stuff like that, man. So that's all I got for y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on the channel. I appreciate the support. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me on this one, and I'm tapping with y'all on the next one.